Have you bought enough things to make you happy today?
No, I haven't bought anything, but buying stuff doesn't really make me happy, to be honest. I buy it because I need it.
No.
What do you think you could buy that would make you happy?
I don't actually know, because like, I'm working on tattoos and my bike as well. So I'm always out down the skate park on my bike. So it's like, the bike makes me happy.
Is there anything you could buy today that would make you happy?
Temporarily, maybe.
I would have preferred to have got something for me rather than my husband, but no, I'm happy anyway. I don't need anything.
I haven't bought anything today.
Yes.
I haven't got any money till Monday, so no.
I haven't bought anything yet.
I bought nothing today.
Okay.
So far.
Is there anything you think you could buy that would make you happy?
Is this a philosophical question?
Any way you like.
Then probably no.
I don't know that anything that I could buy would make me happy. The things that make me happy are always the things that I can't buy.
No. Is there anything that you could go and buy today that would make you happy?
Possibly.
What's that?
Electronics, PlayStation 3, everything.
What I did was I bought some new shoes, right? You know, it's terrible, materialistic and that. But I saw them, they were in the sale, and I thought, you know, well, why not? And I was going to work anyway, so, you know.
No. The one thing I'm looking for, I can't find.
Yeah.
What kind of things have you got to make you happy?
My friend. Yeah, my friend. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, why not? It's payday.
Yes, I bought hotel accommodation in Sicily, and I'm going tomorrow on holiday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bought a nice hot dinner to make me warm.
I haven't bought anything yet.
No. Okay. Do you think there's something you can go out and buy today?
I'm going to go and buy something yet. Yeah.
What are you going to buy?
Just some clothes, I think.
I don't come out to buy things necessarily, but it's just I like to walk around Worthing because it's much better than Brighton.
Yeah, really happy.
I haven't bought anything yet today, actually.
Okay, is there stuff that you could go out that you think will make you happy if you go?
Probably, yeah.
I haven't bought anything at the moment.
Is there something you think you could go and buy that would make you happy?
Well, I'd like to buy a big yacht because there's a lovely sea out there, and I've got a home. I'm just looking for a yacht at the moment, but I don't have the money.
Yes, a very nice lunch, thank you. That made me happy.
Have I bought enough things to make me happy? Yes.
No, I need McDonald's. I haven't bought anything.
I don't think I'm that part of person that needs to buy things to make me happy. Where's my husband gone? He's gone.
I could do with some more customers in my shop. That would make me happy.
What shop's that?
Barber's just down the road.
I haven't brought anything. I've made some refunds which should make me happy.
The privatisation of the National Health Service. Come and speak to the Occupy Worthing representatives to find out about the alternatives. The elderly, the sick, the poor, the disabled, all are under attack as never before.
Do you believe you're free to live your life the way you'd like to?
To an extent. I'm only 17, so I've still got my parents banging on at me.
No.
What, if anything, stops or makes it harder for you to live your life?
People telling me things that I want to do that I can't. It's like if I wanted to do something that was quite extravagant, chances are there'd be a rule telling me not to.
I'd like to be able to, but most of the time I probably don't.
If I had a bit more money, it might be easier. Not much more, but enough that I wouldn't have to go to work and, you know, well, I wouldn't have to worry.
I like to, yeah.
That's a difficult one.
In some ways, in other ways, no.
Okay, so what, if anything, stops or makes it harder for you to live your life the way you
One
like?
of these and another one just the same.
Okay.
Not always, no.
So what, if anything, makes it harder for you to live your life the way you like?
The government.
Well, sometimes you are, I suppose.
Okay, and what, if anything, makes it harder or stops you living your life the way you like to?
Well, there's always regulations, isn't there?
Yes.
Okay, and do you think there's anything that gets in the way or makes it harder for you to live your life the way you'd like to?
No, I think I'm pretty much
pretty much control of that.
Ooh, that's such a difficult question. I don't know that I can answer it off the top of my head. I'd love to think that I was, but there are too many restraints and limitations in terms of government and rules, so probably not.
No. Okay, what, if anything, kind of stops or makes it harder for you to live your life the way you like to?
A highly paid job.
Yeah, because I think of when I think of things like that, I think of the people in the world who suffer from oppression from the government, from perhaps family members, like homophobia, people not letting you believe what you don't believe. So compared to other people, I've got I live in a very liberal country.
No.
Now, what, if anything, stops or makes it harder for you to live your life the way you like to?
The government.
Yeah.
Huh? Now, what, if anything, makes it hard for you to live your life the way you'd like to?
What do you mean?
Oh, sometimes people don't have enough money to do things.
You actually don't need money to have a good life. Yeah.
No, we're not. But I'd like to be able to.
Okay, what, if anything, sort of stops or makes it harder for you to live your life?
I mean, the government really, because I was disabled back in 2007, and I'm basically being victimised because I've got my own property. I can't claim benefits, I can claim disability living allowance, but any other benefits I can't get unless I sell my house. And then you've got to have less than £8,000. And I just think it's absolutely disgusting, really. You've worked all your life and now you need a bit of help and you can't get any.
Not always, no, but mostly, yeah.
Okay, what if anything, sort of stops or makes it harder for you to live your life the way you'd like to?
Well, like I say, it's money, isn't it? End of the day, not enough of it.
No. Yeah, what, if anything, makes it hard for you to live your life?
Having to pay for a television license. I'm having arguments at the moment. I refuse to pay. I don't watch television. Anyway, I don't watch BBC. I think parking in Worthing is horrendous, terrible, and I don't have really time to do anything I like. I work very hard, pay tax.
No. Okay, well, what, if anything, sort of stops or makes it harder for you to live your life the way you like?
Health.
Yes.
No.
Okay, what, if anything, stops or makes it harder for you to live your life the way you like to?
Every single rule that democracy brings in and puts another hurdle for us to jump over. Things like just general rules, I guess. For instance, my friend I look after a guy in a wheelchair. He receives benefits and everything else. We were trying to get a way that I could look after him and do that full time, and then I'd be paid for doing so. But it's impossible. For me to do it, so I would have to he would lose money and it wouldn't be enough for him to live on. So, no, in an ideal world, I'd like to go and look after my friend who's disabled and could do with my help. But with the rules of the government, just job seekers, the way they structure everything, we weren't allowed to do such and such because he didn't qualify us. It's messed up.
No.
Okay, what, if anything, sort of stops or makes it harder for you to live your life?
Restrictions, government restrictions, politics basically.
Well, with this government, no.
Okay, so what, if anything, stops or makes it harder for you to live your life the way you like?
I just have to take each day as it comes. So it's all you can do, really. No.
Okay, what, if anything, makes it harder for you to live your life then?
Confines of society. Yeah, okay.
Well, what, if anything, kind of makes it harder for you to live your life the way you'd like to?
My parents.
Not completely, no.
Okay, what, if anything, makes it harder for you to live your life the way you like?
Got to work in order to be able to do things, afford to do things, and so I don't have as much free time as I'd like, I guess.
I think freedom is just a concept, or as they might say, a paradigm.
Okay.
I don't think it's a reality. I think the reality really is that we're all prisoners.
Within constraints.
Okay. So
always those.
Well, what, if anything, stops or makes it harder for you to live your life the way that you like to?
Grandchildren. Great-grandchildren.
Just people you love around you could get you through anything.
Yes.
What, if anything, kind of makes it harder to live your life the way
We
you
don't
like?
have any money. We stress.
More or less. More or less.
Okay, what, if anything, makes it harder for you to live the way that you like?
I think society in general is difficult at the moment. People are not what they were, I don't think.
Most of the time, yes.
Okay, well, what, if anything, stops or makes it harder for you to live your life the way that you'd like?
Well, I've got medical issues and things, but that's probably what does make it a bit harder. But apart from that, I do what I want when I want.
What, if anything, makes it harder for you to live your life the way that you'd like?
It's stigma, isn't it, to things? You know, what you want to do might not agree with everybody, or something that's a little bit, you know, not in running with the status quo, I suppose. And you want to be a bit different. It could be a stigma attached to it if you do.
No.
Okay, well, what, if anything, stops or makes it harder for you to live your life the way you'd like?
Well, like, if you want to go somewhere, you can't go there. You've got to have a visa and whatnot. I don't know.
So, like rules and regulations? Or?
Yeah, rules and stuff, you know, laws that, you know, stuff that probably shouldn't be there. Passports, for example. Don't know what they're for, really.
Do you believe products or services should be provided on a voluntary basis, or do you think some should be forced on people?
It shouldn't be forced on people. Did you say forced?
Yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't be forced on people.
I think it should all be voluntary. It's like people should do what they want when they want it, how they want it.
I don't feel there's a need to force anything on anyone. I mean, you know, everything should be used or taken out of choice.
I think it's good to promote it so people know it's out there, but as you force him to do, I don't think anyone can do that.
Sometimes I do, yeah.
Not forced, but definitely people should be pointed in the right direction so they know that they can make that choice.
No, voluntary, I think. I don't think anything should really be mandatory.
I think they should be voluntarily.
Some products or services mandatory. Not sure where that question's going.
I think it depends on when you say sexes.
Well, I think no one's going to complain about their bins getting taken out. Oh, I think is the first thing I think about that. But I think when it comes to getting a car or something, you know, not everyone. I don't particularly want a car. I mean, I can't drive for a start, but if I do, you know, I want to learn to drive because I love walking about the place. You know, it's how I get my exercise. Really, well, I'm crap at sport, so I do that.
I think in where we are now, I think a lot of it is contrived. They advertise it so you want it, or at least you think you want it. Actually, to survive, you don't need an awful lot.
I think you've got a choice. Yeah, I think you've got a choice.
Mainly it should be voluntary, but then it depends on the person's state of mind, really.
I don't think they need to be forced on people at all. It's up to the individual, isn't it, really?
Definitely voluntary.
Some of them, don't get me wrong, I mean, council tax, yes, I don't mind paying council tax as long as the council do their job and collect my bins and sort out my roads, and that doesn't actually happen, but some of them, I guess, some compulsory ones, such as some taxes, I guess, are there to help other people.
Well, I want to choose. I can take my rubbish to a tip. You know, when I pay my council tax, I may not want to be paying for the police or so much for the police. So I'd like to be able to deduct that from the tax and say this is what to pay for.
No, it should be all free. Make your own choices in life whenever you want to make them.
Well, you choose to have your rubbish taken away because you wouldn't want it stuck out the front, would you? But you choose to get your milk because if you can't carry it, then you have to have it delivered.
I think there's services that should be mandatory, like home care for the elderly should be free, no matter what their sort of background is, really.
Well, it depends on how people think about shopping and things like that. To me, I just shop in one particular place, Asda, because it saves you money every day. But I don't sort of go around wasting money and stuff like that. So it's just a question of I know exactly what I need. That's it.
No, I don't think anything should be forced on people, but I believe some things should be available to everyone.
I think voluntary, because I mean, it gives you freedom of choice pretty much if you want to do it instead of, forcing you to do stuff.
Yes, to both. There should be voluntary services that you can elect to into or out of, but some specific services should be mandatory, where you have to pay, I guess, even if you can't afford it. I guess that kind of sucks. But yeah.
You're talking about utopia now.
We're talking about which services you can choose to have and which you don't have any choice about.
Well, a banking service that costs you nothing would be a good start. And after that, when I'm about your age, that I could stay looking about 22 or 23 for the rest of my lifetime here.
No, I would say that they need to be your choice.
No, it should be forced.
Benefits. Health.
No, I think you should always have a choice of what you have and what you don't have.
Education, health, they should just be provided for us.
I suppose it depends what kind of products and services you're talking about.
How about if that product or how about if that service was a service of government?
Ah, so you're asking me about anarchy, are you?
I'm asking you whether you believe the service of government should be provided on a voluntary basis or whether you feel it should be mandatory.
I think it's always important that we're able to vote for the government that we want. I think the right of free speech is vital.
If it's good service, not so much. I don't know. I don't like the government at the moment, to be honest.
Again, that's a tricky one. I'm not a big fan of government.
Right, do you think the service of government should be provided on a voluntary basis?
I think it should be more ideas forced upon you. Well, not forced upon you, but like given to you. Yeah, that's a good idea. We should all do that. Or that's not a good idea. Let's not do that.
I mean, if there was a government I agreed with, maybe, but I don't tend to agree with government's policies.
Well, I suppose with all the cuts and everything, it would be a good idea if people volunteered, but I don't know, you don't get something for nothing these days, do you?
Well, as in the existence of government?
Yeah, well, the service of government. Government is a service.
Depends what kind of service. Like, I believe that law is a good thing, like, keeping killers in prison, etc.
Do you think government should be provided on a voluntary basis? Or?
Yes.
Not voluntary. I think people should be encouraged to participate in things.
Well, that's not going to be possible, is it?
Do I think the service of government should be mandatory or voluntary? Do we have a choice?
Yeah, I hope so.
No. No. We're stuck with it. It's mandatory. No, we're stuck with it.
We're stuck with it.
I don't agree with it, but we're stuck with it.
That's a really good question, actually. I think maybe if we had areas of the world, like woodland areas, right, where we could go and live apart from the government, that would be fantastic. But then again, you have to think about the good things that the government do in stopping people getting murdered. If you went to the woods where there's no laws, that might, rapes, more rapes might happen. We don't want any rape happening, though, full stop.
Well, the government are voted in by the people to look after the people. I feel sometimes that they exploit that and they forget that we put them there. If we didn't vote, they wouldn't be there.
Now, how about if that service is government? We should have a choice of where they participate.
Voluntary.
I don't really know, to be honest. I don't really know, to be fair.
I work for government, so I can't really comment on that. You knew that was coming.
No, it should be a voluntary thing, definitely.
That's correct. If I go to a shop, I buy a loaf of bread because I want it. If I want to empty my rubbish, I do it. If I want somebody to do it, I pay for it. That's what it is.
If the government give you a good service, then let it be the government. I can't see that happening.
No, I don't want them taking care of everything. They take care of enough already.
Yeah, you should be able to pick and choose whether you want your rubbish collected, because some people could quite easily live next door to a dump or something and take it themselves.
I think the government should listen to the voice of the public because they have a more logical idea of what each country needs.
Order! 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 Order!
And then they could basically sort of sit down think about it more logically, because they just don't look at it, the needs of everybody, especially for people like the homeless and things like that, which is a priority for people wherever they are.
Yeah, to a certain extent, but then it's kind of got to be democratic because we've all got to put in kind of things, so it's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, some of them, yeah, for sure. Some of them.
Then maybe not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think people should be able to pick and choose which pieces of government they want?
I think so. I mean, that's democracy, isn't it?
You're back into your utopia loop now. That's a loop which is no wonder people get confused and depressed. Nothing's for free in this world of ours.
No, you pay for services, but you choose which services
you
pay
choose. Oh well, yes, fine. Yeah, of course I'd like to choose.
No, you should do it if you want to do it, innit? If you have to. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I don't think you can do that. Because I think those with the ability to talk and be articulate will get more than those that not. I think we've got to protect the vulnerable and the weak, actually.
Some things. I think some things where the government's concerned, maybe. Otherwise, I think it could equate to. Probably not.
If you could send a short message to the people in charge, what would it be?
Sort it out, please, because they're just making things worse. The whole NHS thing, they need to sort out their priorities. Get all the homeless people out as well, because that really annoys me. Homeless people. Please sort them out, because I see them. I came in at 8:30 this morning to go to work, and I saw there's a group of them. They hang out at the bandstand, and they were already there drinking. And I do give them money, but I make sure I know what they spend it on, because I see them again in 10 minutes' time. If they bought a can of cider, then I'll be like, right. But if that makes them happy.
Ooh, how can I say that without being rude?
Be rude. Just say it.
Stop being dicks and you're trying to tell us to do what you want, not what we want. And just like going to war over everything. It sucks.
Look at other possibilities, just look at what people are saying or people are thinking, what they want. If you're supposed to serve people, you should be listening to what they have to say.
Stop making cuts and things where, they really can't be cut any further.
Not to be so hypocritical.
Stop actor.
Yes. Yes.
That's got the strongest thing I have right now.
Put more positive messages out there.
You got a short message for the people in charge.
No. Leave that with someone else.
Go on, I don't know. Just get yourself sorted out.
Listen to people.
Okay, I'm a business person, so my message has got to be less bureaucracy. But I guess it always has been. Yeah, less interference. Give us more freedom.
Listen to us.
Sort it out.
Government, presumably. I think try legalising some drugs first. I'm not a drug user myself, but I think that if people can drink alcohol until it kills themselves, right? Therefore, I don't see why they. All right, darling. I don't see why they shouldn't be allowed to, take a bit of coke or something until it kills them. That seems a bit silly at first, again kind of the liberal thing. But by the same token, keep up stopping the raping and all of that. It's not good at all. Also the police, if the police would have a more positive tone, I think the police could have a far more positive tone, because ultimately they are there to do good, in a way, but they have a negative tone about them, I find. I find them oppressive.
You're doing the right thing, but I believe we're doing it too much, too quick, and I believe they should come into the real world. Not I slept on the streets for a night, or I survived for a week on benefits. No, if they want to know what life's really all about, I believe they should at least try it for 6 weeks.
They should just let us do what we want.
Free country.
Yeah.
Put the pension up.
Sit back. Everybody else knows the problems that we're having. So either go round with blindfolded, or they really ought to get out and about and see exactly what's happening with this country.
Yeah, I see there's people at the top who don't really see what's going on at the bottom. That's the biggest issue, I think.
Stop taking our money.
I spend a week doing your job at the top, You come down and do my job, and I can assure you that probably in a week I'll probably do a better job than we do.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm happy on my own.
Knock all your heads together.
Clean. Fuck off.
Well, if they don't listen to the voice of the public, how would they like to have another revolution? Because it was predicted some years ago by Enoch Powell that this was all going to happen, and he got the sack for that, but it has transpired.
Get to the real problems, the people that really need help, are the people that are being isolated and pushed out in society. And a lot of the services that try to help actually work against those people.
Listen to the youth, they know what they're talking about.
Listen to the small man.
Cheer up.
Think about us instead of yourselves and your money box.
Yes.
Give us free money.
Get down into the real world, really. I really don't think that David Cameron, with his 30 million background, can know what some of the people... He wants to come down and watch the homeless tonight, for instance, when it's freezing cold. Sorry. I'm just trying to I think it's a simplistic view, but I think it's right. I don't think we've got people representing us who really, really care.
I'm not really sure what I would like to say to them, but I would love to stick them in the situation what most people are in. Then they know what people are like living, how they are. They said they're getting all their posh money and all this crap that they get.
So the people in charge shape up or ship out, fit in or fuck off.
Oh, I don't know what to say.
Whatever you'd like to say to the guys in charge. The
Legalise.
BBC do us all a favour and stop talking about wars. You know, they're news. When the news comes on, it's always a war. You know, let's have some good news. I mean, we've got the Olympics round the corner, and I bet you're running in that.